Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Hey, to all our beautiful subscribers, we say thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're here, you are new here, we are happy you find us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified for more upcoming videos. In the comment section, please no derogatory comments. Thank you all for watching. Till I will see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Or is it the third album? Oreti O Come On. That was the song that made Tope to boom. I remember that particular song. Oreti O Come On. Loluwa fore temi se. O se kini kan, se kini kan. I used to sing the song very well in those days. I used to love a song when I was with my ex-family. Become a hit, and she became maid after Fortune smiled on her. My brother is married too and has kids, and I've moved on too. I don't think any right-thinking person would advise anyone to be going to their married ex's house, all in the name of wanting to come look after a child, which is right anyway. Fast forward to 2018 when the child clocks age 20 and Tope granted an interview with Punch where Tope Alabi said she was a virgin. So I think this is where the controversy started from, that she was a virgin when she met Soji Alabi. Oh, lo. Is that true? This story will get another part, oh. We have to look for that interview. Was there a time she actually claimed she was a virgin? Anybody have a know of this? Please, if you do, kindly comment in the comment section. They said there was a time she claimed to be a virgin when she granted interview with Punch. Anyway, till she married Soji, that was when issue started and the paternity matter arose, as we were told that Ayomikun was said to be Soji Alabi biological daughter. And those that know the story began to say she's a bar, but my brother had to do a post to clear the air. Then on his Instagram, I saw the post. When the girl clocked 20, the man celebrated the girl and tagged Tope Alabi in order to make it clearer. He is not asking to father the child now, neither is he clamoring to come sit down at her wedding, as it is being said in some blogs and comments. After the 20th birthday, part of the move my brother took to clarify the issue was inviting Tope to ask why she had to change the child's name. Is it to cover up her past or what? The meeting was organized by some major Yoruba film producers and marketers in the person of Alhaji Wasiu of Wasayo Films and Alhaji Ishola Said of Isolak Films at Arena Oshodi. I was also in attendance and recorded all the discussion we had that day. Even Tope herself said that we can record her words. She said one thing she knew clearly was that Olaoye did not treat her badly, nor wish her bad. Hence, she didn't tell Ayomikun any bad of him, that if anything, she was the one who offended Olaoye and would love to apologize to him. She said the reason she had to change the name of the child was because most times she do travel abroad for her musical administration, and she always had the issue of going to get the father's consent for the baby to travel with her. She said to travel with her for her music ministration, you know. Right there that day, she gave him the number of the child, and I and my brother spoke with her for some times after then, but they both didn't get along. This is sad. Right there that day, we caution our brother to tread gently from getting close with her now, as people might say was trying to dig the past of his ex. It baffles us seeing comments from those who do not even know the real issues. We never intend to run anyone down. We all have our past, and we believe the past should be a past to no one. Past no one is trying to claim any child and blah, 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 blah. So they've cleared it here. Now, from the little I was able to gather, I am not saying confirmed. I said I was able to gather from what is going on. This marriage, when they did it, they said Tope never wanted the marriage to be a public thing. Probably because she knows it was going to stir more controversy. Number two, the people, I heard that the husband's family did not even know that the girl, the Soji Alabi, this is Soji that was signing for the girl at the registry, that they didn't know it was not the real father until this story came out. And already, it's so sad that I hope this thing will not affect the girl. Hello? Oh, she ti Tope. Wow. Okay, thank you. Wow. Wow. We are taught that that after being born again, she said that too, that she will be a virgin. Virgin tó ti bímọ. Send it here. Virgin tó ti bímọ. Hey, this is what they will say. Bami send it. Yeah, please, thank you. This is what they say, that the evil, that there is a way your past will come and haunt you and haunt your future. But why did she? Let us read this thing first before we conclude. Truly, she claimed she was a virgin. Wọ́n ti ń bá tú jáde, mo gbé o. Mo gbé o. The topic, the title of the story, they said renowned gospel singer Tope Alabi says her mother always check her virginity every 3 months till she got married. In a recent interview, so that we know what we are listening to, don't them say. We have read the father's side, their story of how they got their pikin, and they were the one that mentioned it. Let us read if it is actually true. In a recent interview with Tofarati Oge, gospel singer Tope Alabi has spoken about her childhood career, marriage, motherhood, and other issues. When asked if her mother supports her music career, she said she has always been in support of her music career and a strict moral police. Yes, she did. She was a singer. She always sang around the house. She believed that one didn't have to be. Those were the questions. While speaking about her upbringing as a child, Tope Alabi said, "My mother taught me a female shouldn't be too close to men. For example, I was never baited at the same time with my male siblings. My mother used to check if my virginity was intact every 3 months interval before I got married, especially when I returned from movie locations. Number 4, when I newly got married to my husband, we went to the National Theatre in Lagos to watch a movie, and actors blah 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 were there. When they saw my husband, they congratulated him and told him that you are choosing a good wife, an exemplary wife that made my husband quite happy. My mom was very strict and she never spared the rod. She also showed me a lot of motherly love." Yeah, she mentioned virginity here. We don't know if the virginity was now to the first husband or the second husband. Was the virginity to the first husband or the second husband? Somebody said, please, how do you even check? It's sounding somehow. Was the virginity given to the first husband or she gave it to the second husband? Who was she really referring to? Because it was not clear. But the picture here is actually the husband. So it means she was referring to this husband, not to the person she had the first child to. Now, she has only been married once, but she had a baby before marrying the second one. So that means as a gospel singer then, as a born-again singer then, because I knew when she sang, come on. Okay, number to call in. Any suru enjoy for minutes, few minutes, like 10-15 minutes. Then I will allow you guys to call in case we might get some information. Because I am not women supporting bad thing. I am women supporting good thing. Okay? Now, I know men felt offended because of this thing. And truly, some women have every right to feel offended on this case. We have a lot of men that are abandoning children for real. But are all men bad? I always say not all men abandon their children. Some men want to be in the life of their children, and people will not allow them. I did not know the full story of this case. I just posted it. or I just posted what I saw, that the girl, if you go and look at my page, I said the girl was celebrating the father. And somebody now said something. I said, whoever a child, I said, whoever cleans up the mess of a man is who is regarded as a father. Somebody now said, what mess did the man make? I said, me, I don't know. I don't know the story. But when I say whoever cleans a mess, it means whoever a child knows. It's the case of a mother and a child too. If your child does not know you, even if you are playing financial role on that child, all you do is to go and drop money. The child does not have relationship with you. The child has a stepfather that does not give her money, but the child is seeing that stepfather day and night, playing that physical role, that role that a child needs for nurturing. That child will appreciate that person than you. The child will appreciate that person than you. Now, on a broader context, on who Tope personality is. Tope Alabi, if you look at her very well, she's somebody I've met one-on-one. You will see in some marriages, there are marriages whereby a woman is in charge. There are some whereby a man is in charge. If you look at she and Soji Alabi is not the gra type. It might even be the type, I'm not making case for them. Oh, it might even be the type that a woman is in control, that whatever the woman says is final. He is not the controversial type. I mean Soji. Tope Alabi, if you can look at them very well, Tope is in charge of that marriage. Whatever she says is binding. If you look at them very well. I am not looking at, like I told you, it's just now I am getting access to more of the picture of what actually went on between them. But I will excuse the daughter in all of this. You know why? Number one, that girl is under her parents. She's under her mother. All the person she knows in her life is just her mother. Okay? So, her mother must have told her some stories. Like some people, we know that some women do that. And she will follow whatever the mother says. You can imagine, it was 20 years after she had access to talk to the father. What happened to the father? Men learn from this. What happened to the father? This is the era of social media. In those days, we don't have the access of all this kind of a thing to learn from. We just watch movie and it doesn't really make sense. Once you watch the movie, you've forgotten. But through life drama like this, we really drive home the points. Whereby a woman took your child away and you are like, no, a child will not know you if she doesn't have a relationship with you. You had a story I read initially where the brother was narrating how everything unfolded. The brother said, they said when the story came out, they had to come out that no, the story was not like that. And they had to get across to the girl when the child was already 20 years old. You can't blame that girl. The daughter is not, nobody should blame the girl in all of this. The father came when she was already 20 years old. And the girl as at that time does not have any bond with the father. The man she knows was this man. In fact, at that stage, I would say is a very mentally, emotionally draining time for a child, for anybody. Whereby your stepfather that has been there before, your mother is there, she has problem of marriage, marry another man. Another man now is there that has been your father, but you don't have any relationship with, suddenly come when you were 20 years old because there was controversy. Yes, they say they do take food, they do take money, they do go drop something. Who is the person going to drop the money? Emma Binu, I will still come to Tope because mo pe yin ọkùnrin ẹ fẹ́ kí n bá yín na Tope dáadáa. When you were taking the money, what relationship did you form with the child? Or you just go and drop the money and said you have played your part and you go. Then when controversy now came, you now call the child. I am your father. I need to tell you the story. It didn't happen that way. At that time, that girl has already formed a bond with a man living with her and her mother that she calls daddy. And I want to believe at that time, even Tope may not be able to control or have power over the emotions and the feelings of that girl. You say no, when the girl was a kid, the father do go to meet her at Tope Alabi to spend how many minutes with her? To spend how many hours with her? You want to compare it to where a girl is living day and night, or a child. It could be a boy, it could be anybody. Wọ́n ní agbọ́mọjó lọ́mọ mojú. Even if you are a mother, somebody else, we have seen cases whereby a child, okay, for some of us who train our children when they were young, we always have this house help coming around, okay? House help come around to come and see us. I mean, we hire house help in our house. You now leave your children to house help. You go to work Monday to Friday. By the time you are coming back in the evening, the child is sleeping. The child only gets to see you on weekends. I have seen such cases. The child, when the mother will do this, the house help will do this, especially if the house help is very loving and caring and playful. If the mother that battered that child does this, and the house help does this, the child will go to the house help than go to the mother. Because you know why? The house help was there. The house help is who the child is seeing constantly. That is the person the child is bonding with, not the person that battered the child. It is whoever a child bonds with. Some psychologists or social workers, when they go to homes where there is problem, they will allow the child have a free movement. And they will look at whoever the child goes to. That shows that it is person that is taking care and showing that child love. So that girl, number one, grew up mostly with a grandmother. That is a trauma on that child. In everything, I look out for the child than the parents. And I will tell you why. That child that does not have problem, that was not part of their problem, most times bear the trauma of the mess couples make. And they take that trauma too into their own lives, into their friendship, into their marriage. So I don't pity couple. I rather pity the children involved in such cases. Let me pause for now. Oh yeah, we have only 81 likes and we have almost 450 people watching. Please, can we allow the likes to go up a little bit? Exit the chat and put it back. Some people are calling the child ọmọ àlè ni, kí ló ń jẹ́ ọmọ àlè? Is there anything called àlè? Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jálè, èèyàn kan ló bá sùn tó bímọ fún. Hello? Okay. Ibi tí interview yẹn wà. Okay, thank you. All right. Whoever a child bonds with, whoever is there. So we are going to take this child. I want to clear that aspect. We take this child out of it. Us celebrating the man, us celebrating and calling the man our father is a prerogative, our right, our choice. That is the choice of that girl. For whatever reason she has made. Now, who is at fault? Between the husband, ex-husband, ex-father, baby father, and Tope. Before we go ahead, so they've sent where she says she's a virgin, because I really want to know if she was claiming a virgin for the man, for the Alabi, So let's read it. Tope Alabi said, her mother believed one didn't have to be moral simply because she's a singer. Every other member of my family was not pleased with my music career, but my mother never took offense. She taught me that a female shouldn't be too close to men. For example, I was never battered. We've read that. When I newly got married to my husband, we have read that too. That made my husband quite happy, blah, blah, blah. We have read that. Speaking on her music career and how she started producing soundtracks for Nollywood and started my entertainment career as an actress. Remember, I mentioned it back then. They didn't do personalized soundtracks for movies. One day, one of my colleagues, Adio, Majesta said I should be able to compose songs for movies. He believed I could do it because I always sing whenever we were on location, and sometimes I used the incident happening at that time to compose songs. My first daughter, Ayomiku, is following my footsteps. She's currently studying music in the university. She often tells me a lot of things about the rudiments and intricacies of music. I actually wanted her to study medicine, but she chose music. She writes good lyrics, and I respect her for that. I'm still looking for that place where she said, it's still the same thing that we read. Oh, the gospel singer told Punch that she remained a virgin due to popular Nigerian gospel singer Tope Alabi revealed why she kept her virginity until marriage. Auntie Tope, the gospel singer told Punch that she remained a virgin due to quarterly check by her mother. Ọmọ tẹ́ wá bí ń kọ́ àǹtí. All this in a gospel singer self. The girl really went into a silent trauma, which manifested in the trouble she caused her mom growing up. The girl expressed to Abiola's interview how she was always giving her mom trouble. Wow. Auntie ni virgin làwọn táwọn fi marry. Tán fi marry. Remember, she has been married just once. The first time wọ́n kàn bímọ ni. Wọ́n bímọ like Mary mi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Mi ì fẹ́ ṣe show yẹn ilẹ̀ tì mí sí. Anyway, Auntie Tope gave birth. She gave birth as a virgin. She now married second time as a virgin. Either she married as the first time or she did not marry. Then the question we should be asking, the husband, Baba Yomikun, the real father of Baba Yomikun, this was the interview, thank you, Aproko, this was the interview that triggered the husband's family to come out. Now the question, no, the first time she was not married. She gave birth for that man without being married. Ibi tí Baba Yomikun probably made a mistake. This is where we tell men, a woman has child for you. Ede jongbe. You did not do the right thing. At what point did Tope now decide to go and marry Soji? They said Soji used to come into the house, into their matrimonial home. But remember, it was not matrimonial home. I'm not excusing her behavior. You know my stand on that kind of a thing. Soji was coming into the house according to what we read. Boya bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, one thing led to the other. And they got married. Ofi Okole, he carry pikin go. And I don't want to believe it was immediately. Wait, so somebody said, I strongly believe she was referring to her first lover when she's not on colos. Why will she claim to be virgin after giving birth? She was not married to the first man now, so she can't consider that one marriage. She was not married to him. She only had a child for the guy, for the Baba Kinongpe, Baba Ayomikun, original Baba. Now, as things come, they go. People are now talking. What do we learn from this? What do we take from this? Is Baba Yomikun guilty? Oh, she was married to him. They did intro. Okay, maybe she was referring to Baba Yomikun Banye. Let's assume she was referring to Baba Yomikun. But they said it was that issue that triggered the interview the family came out to talk about. That they are the father of Ayomikun, and she changed the name. Look at the style she used in changing the name of that child. Because she said she has to continue to collect consent from the father. Does it mean that she was always traveling with this girl anytime she goes on trip? I don't believe that. Sherry, one thing I know is that I always tell Atokuni, both man, both woman. And I always say to myself, whatever I'm going to do today that will spoil my children's tomorrow, may I never find myself doing it. Hold on. Somebody said that Yomikun's dad was married to another woman before Tope Alabi, but the woman did not have a child, and that was why the man gave her Yomikun, meaning my joy is full. Àwọn gospel singer yín ọjọ́ sí ta ṣe show fún mo rántí wọ́n fẹ́ kéku lórí page mi. Now let us now take it to Christianity. Where is the spirit of forgiveness? According to the father's brother, they said they played some role. It was not as if they did not play any role at all in the child's life. Then why can't Tope caution that girl? Àwọn náà kó ìdọ̀tí ìbára wọn. Why can't I caution that girl? I didn't know the full story when I posted it. Why didn't she caution that girl against posting what she posted about Soji? Ìgbà tó mọ̀ pé bọ́rọ̀ ṣe rí lélẹ̀. Àwa kàn gbé ni, we don't know the full story. A kàn rí pé ọmọ celebrate his stepfather and we reposted. But you that you know wípé what is inside 7 is more than 6. 5 is there. 4 is still there. 3 is there. 2 is there. In fact, 10 still they come. Why will you allow that girl to pen anything publicly? All the girl needed to do, Jeki Baba, and for what I heard that none of the father's family, they are flagging Bawo. Flagging ẹ̀kan yẹn ló yẹn affect wa. Amarogo. Oh yeah, you ever me like. Oh. Flagging ẹ̀kan yẹn ni. Let me put on the music. Ṣé tún wá mi débi ní báyìí torí Ọlọ́run. Lè lé mi o. Please let us shoot up the like a bit. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very intense of me. I call themselves spiritual people. Should know better. Ṣé báwọn náà máa ń kọrin nǹkan tí máa ṣe láàárọ̀ kó má bọ́jú alẹ́ mi jẹ́. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó yẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó yẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jí níjẹ ayé ẹ̀. And suddenly this kind of a thing, controversy, is coming up. Why did Tope allow that girl write that kind of thing and post it in public space? You see this social media, it will destroy a lot of things than repair it. We are not using it well at all. The same Oyinbo that we are following, there are some things they don't put. In fact, most of them are not even on social media. They say they don't like it. There should be some privacy. You have done the marriage. According to what I heard, they didn't want to publicize it. But of course, people were there. People went. You invited people. You allow people to bring in their camera. Right? You did not tell them to turn off their camera. They took pictures. And we can't tell them how to do the wedding and all that. And we can't tell people not to even post. They posted. The controversy did not start until that girl posted that post. Let me read what she posted. Let me read what she posted for the man. That would trigger anything. Mbo. If what we have read in this story is what really went on, Soji no ṣe dáadáa níwọ̀nba. Soji did not do well. You know why I said Soji did not do well? Soji knew the father played a role at a point. Soji knew they had issues. Some other men will insist and say, no, let your father come and sit. according to what we have read, that most of us did not know before. The man was not absent totally. They were playing their role. Tope changed the name of the girl's name. How many times do they travel that she has to change the girl's name? Afi, except there is more that we don't know. Now we have heard from the father's side. We have not really had nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Tope gan with that man. The brother-in-law said she was bringing man. Ṣé man tó gbé wá yẹn ṣó ká wọn tó ń bára wọn sùn ni? Somebody said the girl has the right to express her gratitude anyhow and anywhere she likes because now she know the role Soji played in her life. I agree with you. Anything you say, I agree. If you say she does not, I agree. But before internet, how do we show gratitude? Before internet, after the day of the wedding, you go visiting, you greet, you kneel down and say, Daddy, thank you. I think this is an instigation, like trying to instigate. So whatever they see, social media is there to help them to follow you dada and spoil things. Because there is nothing maritally you bring to social media. So what happens to kneeling down and saying thank you, Daddy, for everything you did? In the closet, at least there is a way we were doing it before social media came. Knowing there is controversy surrounding this issue. Knowing that even speaking it out is an embarrassment. Except, Bami send them. Oh, if I look at it, Bami send them, Joe, please, aproko. Okay. So, if you are a man, please don't bring women supporting bad thing here. Don't bring women supporting women without us sitting down and thinking. Please. Reason and think that you are the man. Put yourself in the shoes of that man. Tope Alabi has not debunked all the father side said. And the girl wrote, she said, Baba Yomikun, a father indeed, a man very much after my heart, a man of timber and caliber, kò ní ìdí gbogbo yẹn. Ó lè ṣe yẹn nínú ilé. A man whose love has been my pillar. I agree. It's possible. If you started this show with me, I said it. I said Soji Alabi was the one that gave this girl emotional balancing in life as a father. Present father. Remember, father is not that I mean take my prick upon you. Father is who is there. Who is there? Who the child is bonding. God bless you, Yami. Oshe. Who the child is bonding with. So she has the right for all this expression. But I personally would have preferred it if she were my daughter. Considering that we have been having controversy. Considering that I am a very controversial person. Considering the fact that I have even been alleged. No, she has been alleged of even infidelity. I would have said this should be done privately. And I'm still coming, no. You know I'm talking about Tope now. I'm still coming to the father. So any suru for me. So she went on and said, thank you for being the best father to ever fathered me from childhood up to the day you gave my hands in marriage to Olu. And even right now, you continue to father me. May you reap the word of every labor and everything. That says a lot. The child is totally disconnected. And that was why when the father said, this father's brother said, they called her, that girl refused to pick. This woman is something else. Mookie, great. Who are you talking to? Are you referring to me or somebody else? Anyway, that was why, you know, this is the person the girl bonded with. That was why when the uncle, that's the brother to the real father, said when they called her when she was clocking 20 years old, that the way she responded was why the father left her alone. The father already knew she has lost that girl. And that is a pain for every man. The brothers, the uncle said they wanted them to come and be checking the girl in Tope Alabi's house. No man will do that in the matrimonial home. No man will do that at all. So for Tope, we can't blame Soji too much. Soji did what he had to do as a stepfather. And I'm not blaming Soji at all. All right? But in a little way, I would have said, as a man, knowing this man played, except these people are not telling us the true picture, that we might not even know. Because Tope has not responded to this interview of the brother. She has not responded to that interview. And that interview is very loaded. If you are just coming in, listen to the beginning of the video of this live stream. We read it all there, or you check it online. That interview is very, very loaded. But Tope did not respond to it. Why she didn't respond to it, we don't know. Why she refused to keep quiet about it, we don't know. But like I said, they said she didn't want this wedding thing to be public. But immediately they started throwing it out. She herself put it out there. And they could make it public. Well, okay, we have done the wedding. Now, let us go to Baba Yomikun, the real father of this girl. No be today, husband and wife, they separate. No be today, husband and wife, they do say, waiting, we no want do again. Let's go our separate way. And of course, when a child is small, it is normal that child goes with the mother. It is normal the child will go with the mother when the child is still a minor, even if you go to court. As long as the mother is not a danger to that child, no court will grant custody of a child to the father, except the mother is not mentally, physically, or whatever capable of taking care of that child. They will take the child and give it to the mother. So she went with her child. Let's assume, yes, she went with her child. Remember, they mentioned there was a case of adultery. How true is that? Remember, they mentioned there was a case of whether the child is not the man's own. Was there a time the man, Tope did not answer. So before you will beat Tope, was there a time the man actually said or doubted the paternity of that child? Was there a time, probably because of one thing or the other that Tope did, was there a time they doubted the paternity of that child, and this child gets to know about the story? That's number one. Now, if that happens, during the grown-up time of these children, of this girl, the story the brother was telling us was that they were going to give money. What happens to that girl spending time with the father? What happens to that girl, that man, at a point, fighting for the custody of the child too? What happens to that man saying, if this child should be with you during school time, during break, during holiday, I want this child to be with me. They have family. Tope has parents. He has mother. He could as well say, this child is up to this age. I want my child to be coming to my house to come and spend time and bond with my other children. Why can't that man fight that? The man left the child. He was only giving money. Money does not translate to relationship. I want men to learn from this. Castigate Tope from now till tomorrow. Yes, Tope is a strong woman. She's a woman that is in charge. Her being in charge has progressed the life of that family. Right? Has given the children the best in life. Right? She did not mess up the child's life. The only problem is this paternity wahala.